Hello everyone, I am Kiki and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be using colored pencils to enhance a picture that I found when I was going through all my art stuff because I got a better cabinet thing to put it all on. And I was organizing and I found, it's probably going to be a little hard to see, but I found this. It's a phoenix. There's a little phoenix down there. And I had the idea of not trying to redraw it like I did with the wolf one. Like take another piece of paper and just redo it. My idea was taking what's already here and trying to fix it up. Just seeing what I can do with what I've already given myself. Like I won't add any, like I'm not going to give him extra wings or anything like that. The only thing I'm not sure about is it looks like I did the entire background in blue, like he's flying over water or something. I think I actually meant for him to like being flying in the sky, but it doesn't make sense for it to just be blue everywhere if I'm looking at his top. So I think the only thing I may change is the background. Like I may make it look like it's more like he's flying like from like over a beach or something over into the water. But I'm not sure if this really counts as a challenge because it's more like just finishing off an artwork. But at the same time, I guess the challenge comes from staying within the parameters of what's already there. Like you're given a line work and you can't go outside of the lines, kind of thing, if that makes sense. So, it's not a redraw, it's just let's fix it up and make it not look like it was drawn when I was 16. Yeah, I think that's how old I was. So I started by using mid-tone orange to start off and block out those bits here and there where I knew I'd kind of want them, going off of where the color was already on the picture. But for as hard as it was to see in the camera, it was just as hard to see in person. It's very, very lightly placed down, and as I said, it's quite old. Oh gosh, if I did this when I was 16, that would make it almost a decade. Ugh, I feel old now. But yeah, so I started with the orange and then went to the yellow and then to the darker reds and then just continually added detail and blocked in the spots a little bit more firmly. And once I had it mostly blocked in how I wanted it, I just went section by section, doing the right wing, then the left wing, and then the body, and then the tail. I figured it would be easier to focus on a single section than trying to do all of it at once and just bouncing around the entire thing. And didn't have any clue what I was doing. I just was sort of going with it and hoping for the best, and it didn't turn out too bad. My hand was very upset with me though, because I've mentioned before when I'm using pencils that I'm very light-handed with them. I don't push hard, and if you do watch the other videos where I use them, it's fairly easy to tell that I don't add much pressure, but I really wanted to make this picture look as solid as possible, so I was pushing really hard after I got everything blocked in the way I wanted to and adding layer after layer after layer in order to make it as solid and vivid as I possibly could. And it worked really, really well. The picture is very solid now and my hand hurt really bad. But, suffer for art. Now, I did take breaks every now and then to let my hand relax and settle. I wasn't stupid and just pushing through it the entire time. But I had a lot of fun with it, and it it was fun to see it go from this really bland, boring, flat colored thing that it was to the more vibrant picture that it is now. My water, as always, no matter what medium I'm using, needs work. A lot of work. But I do like how I managed to get the water and the beach to interact for the most part. And I tried to add in like a little reflection of the smaller phoenix, he's not smaller, he's much further away, he's very close to the ground. Just to show that he is very close to the ground, I did try to add in a little bit of a reflection for him, and it sort of worked out. But I had fun with this, as I've said, and I feel like I'm definitely improving with my pencil skills, and I'm going to continue to try and do so. And I'll let you enjoy the rest. Alright, so I am all done. My hand really hurts. I've made a mention before when using colored pencils that I'm very light-handed with them. So attempting to do this, which turned out very, very well, if I may say so for myself, which required layer upon layer upon layer of pressing really hard. My hand is dead. On a side note though, I've been able to now give these a proper run through courses, or however you want to say it. And for the most part, they held up really well. I had one or two issues with, if I can grab them, quite a lot of breakage. I think part of it was I was just trying to sharpen it too fast. But they layer really, really well, and they blend really, really well. But I think it turned out really well, as I said, and I had fun with it, taking an old art that I did when I was like 16-ish, and just giving it new life, not necessarily starting over, just taking what was presented to me and just building upon it and making it better. Just reinventing it, I suppose. I like how my beach turned out and all that, and the water could be better, but I mean, me and water don't get along in pretty much any medium that I'm using, so... But if you enjoyed this, please feel free to subscribe, hit the bell, check out my other videos, drop me a like or two, and come join me on my art journey. I am posting Sundays and Wednesdays, and I do little sketch videos on Fridays, though those are somewhat more optional. But yeah, come and join me. I hope to see you around. Bye.